is One Reflections. I am Ifa Pomile Omowari Obunyomi, also known as Queen T. I am a goddaughter of Reverend Priestess Oshun Funke Yanifa. I am the creator of Enchanted Vibes and the co-owner of Vibe and High. So today, very special announcement. We are going to be having a creativity ritual, basically. So it's called Sparking Creativity, and it is a lamp ritual. So we are going to be making an oil lamp. It's a very quick, easy ritual to do, something that you can repeat multiple times whenever you need it. It doesn't have to be done as a group. You can do it by yourself, but we are going to be doing it as a group because group think, and it helps with the energy of the ritual and to help the effects of the ritual when you do it as a group. So you can do this with your friends. There will be a link where you can post it and you can send the link to your friends, and you can recommend that they do this ritual themselves if it's a thing that they're into. That way they have all the information that they need. But we're going to be doing this live on Saturday, August 24th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are not available to do it live, the video will be uploaded privately later so that you will have access to it if you paid for the ritual. Again, only $25. You can do this ritual whenever, all year round. It's something that you can actually do with your children as well. And I'll kind of explain that when we actually get into the ritual on the day of the ritual. However, this video is kind of to like explain a little bit of things ahead of time. That way you kind of know what you're getting into and a visual representation of some of the supplies that you're going to need. So we are going to be making a drink to go along with this lamp. And so the best container to get is going to be one of these. It's, I think, a gallon, and it has a spout so that once you mix everything, you can open that, it will drain, close it, and it will not. These are relatively cheap. You can get them from places like Walmart, and if you have a home goods store, if you have Old Time Pottery, anything like Hobby Lobby, anything like that, probably can even get them at Joanne and stuff like that. Not Joanne, but Michael's or something like that. So get you one of these, and this is good for everything, but you will want one like this with the spout for this ritual because, again, it's a drink. Another thing is a pineapple core. So this is mine. Mine is plastic. They make them in a variety of ways, a variety of places, and they're relatively cheap as well if you don't already have one, because we are going to be using a pineapple for this, and you want it to be whole, and the best way to take the thing out is to core it. And so that's what this does. And then I'll go over it in the ritual, but this literally pops off and then you slide the rings right down. So pineapple core, very important. Another thing you're going to want to get is one of these. This one is from Dollar Tree, so it doesn't really matter where you get it from or how fancy it is. If you have like a big fancy one that you use, great. You don't want to use a juicer necessarily, because you don't want like the rind and stuff, unless you like take the rind off of the fruit first. Then you can use a juicer and it'll be even quicker. That's totally up to you. But for most of us, we're going to be using one of these, and you will actually take the rind off. You'll, cut it into smaller pieces, put it in here, squeeze it inside the jar, and the juice will come out. You're going to need at least a gallon of spring water, at least. I would get more. You will probably have to make this drink at least once more during this ritual, because since there's no preservatives and we're not adding anything crazy, we are going to be adding honey. Make sure you get a good honey. It doesn't have to be raw, but make sure you get a good honey, because you're going to use that to sweeten it instead of using cane sugar, unless you have an allergy, like if you're allergic to honey or whatever, or if you are vegan, and vegan for you includes honey, go ahead and use cane sugar. But otherwise, please use honey for the purposes of the ritual. But we want to be sensitive to dietary stuff, so, and lifestyles. But use honey if honey is okay for you to use. And we're going to need a vessel. So depending upon the size of your pineapple, you may be able to put it in like a regular size bowl because you want it to be stable as well. Because sometimes when you cut them, it might be a little uneven and maybe a little lopsided, and we want to make sure that it's flat. So a bowl where it will really fit in but not wiggle too much is great. If you don't have one like that, you can get a bigger one, just so that there is something for it to sit in, because we don't want it to get anywhere else. And when you core your pineapple, you want to make sure that you're not going all the way down to the bottom, because we do need oil to sit in it. You can get olive oil or sunflower oil, either one, and I will go over the intentions of both when we actually do the ritual. So I can tell you, depending upon which oil you got, I'll tell you what the intentions are of that oil. There are a couple other ingredients, really easy. It's basically all fruit. So like mint, fresh mint, pineapple, lemons, and oranges. Just get a bag of oranges. Just get a bag of lemons because you're going to use them. You only need the one pineapple, but because you're probably going to have to make this drink a couple times, at least once after the ritual, I would say just get a whole bag, at least 12. Okay, get at least 12 oranges and at least 12 lemons. But for the first batch, you only need 6 of each. And I'll explain why that is during our ritual. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Another thing you'll need is homemade Florida water. If you do not have a homemade Florida water, there's going to be a link in the description to a video about how to make a quick homemade Florida water. I have Florida water that I sell in my store, and so if you have the time, you can order it. The link will also be down here in the description, where you can just order that for me, and then I'll send it off, and then you can do the ritual once you get it. You can do it, whenever. If you're not doing the live one and you're not really pressed for time, you can order it. If you're pressed for time, watch the other video. It's right down here. And I kind of go over like a quick way to make Florida water. Most of the time you have to let it sit. But since this is only a week out from the ritual, we don't have that kind of time, and that's fine. Again, if you have any questions, post them in the chat. If you have done this ritual, so this is after the fact now, if you've done this ritual and you had great results, also post those down here in these comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell so you get notifications, so that when we do post things, you get alerted. There's going to be a lot of new content coming out soon, so make sure that you are subscribed so that you get all those wonderful alerts. You can always reach out to me. I am usually available. I answer pretty quickly. Some of you already have my number because you've already purchased things from me, and that's great. I love you. Again, do this ritual any time of year. It's only $25 and it's cheap. You can do it with kids. It'll be fun. They'll think they're having a great time making juice. And it's healthier juice than the kind that, you get in stores. So it's good for everyone. And it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a great time with this ritual. Again, thank you to all who are going to be participating. Thank you for all the supporters. Thank you for all the love and amazingness. Thank you to my god sisters and my godmother for being amazing. I love y'all. And I hope to see y'all soon. And remember, keep your head so high you don't even see the haters.